And she also really loved animals, especially horses. Savannah had a boyfriend named Ashton Matheny, and the two of them were high school sweethearts who met while Savannah was just a sophomore and Ashton was a freshman. Savannah's parents were really protective of her, and initially they didn't want her dating at all. In fact, the first time that Ashton went over to Savannah's house, her family grilled him with questions. All sorts of questions, such as what his future looked like, all sorts of things, which most young teenagers have no idea what their future holds. But fortunately, Savannah's family warmed up to Ashton and agreed to the two of them going out. Savannah and Ashton stayed together throughout all of high school, and after, they had made some big plans for their future together. Once Savannah graduated high school in 2013, she then started pursuing getting her certified nursing assistant license, also called a CNA license. After getting the license, she went on to work in Devil's Lake at a nursing home called Eventide. Then in January of 2016, she transferred to a different branch of that same nursing home back to where she lived as a kid in Fargo. If you're not familiar with Fargo, Fargo is a very large city in North Dakota with a population of over 120,000 people. It is considered to be one of the absolute best places to live in North Dakota, with its affordable costs of living, its top-rated schools, and a great job market. And what's so great about Fargo is that even with its big population, Fargo is known for the typical Midwestern friendliness. Now, aside from her professional life, Savannah had dreamed of becoming a young mother. And while Ashton was hesitant at first to become young parents, on his 21st birthday, he agreed to have a baby. And not long after that, Savannah was pregnant. The two of them put a deposit on a new apartment and were so excited for what the future was now holding for them. On Saturday, August 19th, 2017, Savannah was at home enjoying a lovely Saturday afternoon. She was living in a basement apartment with her parents, one of her brothers, and her sister. The apartment building was 3 stories and walking distance to the local elementary school. One of Savannah's neighbors who lived on the 3rd floor, Brooke Cruz, asked Savannah if she could help her with the sewing project. See, Brooke needed a model for a dress that she was sewing, so she would know exactly where to pin the dress and how she was going to sew it. However, this in and of itself was kind of weird because Savannah was 8 months pregnant, and Brooke was not pregnant at all. So the size difference was definitely noticeable, and why would she need Savannah to be the fit model for this dress? It wasn't really making sense. But Brooke even went as far as to offer Savannah $20 for helping her out. Now remember, Savannah was a nice person who always wanted to help out others, so she of course agreed. At 1:24 p.m., Savannah texted her mom to let her know that she ordered a pizza for the family for lunch, and she also said that she was going to go over and help Brooke with the sewing project really quick, but that she would be back. She also texted her boyfriend Ashton at that time to check in with him since he was staying at his mom's house in Grand Forks, North Dakota, watching the place for her while she was out of town. Just communicating with everybody, letting them know her plans for the day. Later that day, Savannah was supposed to drive her brother to work, so when she didn't return close to 2:30, her mother Norberta sent Casey to go check on Savannah and see if she was done or not with that sewing project with Brooke upstairs. So Casey went up to the 3rd floor to knock on Brooke's apartment door. He thought he heard a sewing machine running, but nobody was answering the door. Then Savannah's dad, Joe, came up to check, and after knocking for a few minutes,